Yeah, I may have had my microphone off. Howdy, my okay? I may have been just talking to myself like an idiot. How goes? So, the Oregon Trail. That's like a fun thing that people like from back in the day, right? I had a feeling I was. I knew there was a reason why I usually try this stuff out before I start recording, but it's cool. So, here we are on the Oregon Trail. We're about to travel. A great adventure. On the Oregon Trail, across the rugged landscape of North America, your covered wagon, pulled by a team of oxen, will travel from Independence, Missouri, to the fertile Willamette Valley in the Oregon Territory, a journey of approximately 2,000 miles. But before you set off, on the trail, you must register your name, the names of the members of your wagon party, and your occupation, because otherwise you can't get pulled over. After that, you'll need to buy supplies and make other important decisions, blah blah blah, good luck. Alright. So, back in the day, playing this as a kid, one of the easiest ways to play the game was to play banker. I don't want to do it the easiest way, but there are like more ways now, so we can have it explained. Which is a neat feature, I think. So, bankers have lots of cash, but no advantages. Doctors, like, people are less likely to die. Merchants get no actual advantages, but they have more cash and they've got better end bonuses. Blacksmiths can repair wagon parts better, so can carpenters, so blacksmiths and carpenters are right on par. And I think I will probably take one of those because I like them. And farmers and teachers and what? Teachers? Yeah, they need teachers out in Oregon. But yeah, I'm going to be a blacksmith. And as you know, my name is, of course, Rosser. But we need party members. So, I know that Zero wanted to be here, so he gets to be the party member that's probably the first to die of dysentery. Mayokai, would you like to be a party member? It could be fun. I'll let you mull it over. Alrighty. And then Sotobot, nice to see you. How about you, Insultobot? You want to be in on this? It's going to be an absolute disaster, I'm sure. You can be in my wagon train. That sounded worse than I feel like it should have. But you get the point. Yep, you've got to come along. And the last guy, it could be dozens of people from the mag or any of my other fans, but screw it, it's going to be Steve. Ah, Steve. Good times. Okay, we need to decide when to set off on the trail. If you leave too early, there won't be much grass for your oxen, and there's going to be cold weather. But if you leave too late, You may not get to Oregon before winter, which can be very dangerous. That's rough. If you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass and, for the most part, wild weather. Damn it, Steve, indeed. So, when should we leave? Like, I'm thinking, like, maybe April or May. That way, like, if we need to, we can, use fodder for the early parts. If they're fat oxen, you know, they'll kind of power through it. But if we leave too late, that could be a huge problem. April? Yeah, I think April's good. I like April. It'll be like we're leaving now. So, we have to buy things. First of all, we buy ammo. Because if you buy ammo, you're never out of food during this entire game. But you don't want to go crazy because, if you're good at it, you don't have to use too much. Now, oxen. I don't know how... Well, how about we get an explanation? That would probably be a good idea. Matt can give you some pretty good advice. Well, tell me, Matt, what should we do? Matt recommends at least 6 oxen. And plenty of flour, sugar, bacon, coffee. I do likes me some flour and some bacon and some coffee. 200 pounds of food for each person. Good warm clothing. Taking 2 per person. Ammunition. And some spare wagon parts. Yep. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. If we need at least 6 oxen to pull our wagon, and there's a pretty good chance that several of them will die on the way, I'm thinking maybe 10? Plus, if they super die, we can eat them for food. That may be insane, but I like the idea of it. Now, sets of clothing. Well, we want to be able to throw clothes out if they get cholera or super AIDS, so we might want to take maybe... I know this sounds ridiculous, but maybe we'll take, I don't know, 25 sets, 5 per person. We can wash them in the river and so forth and so on. And for the spare parts, we want to take the max if we can, because, I mean, come on. That stuff breaks, and we are not going to be able to fix everything on the way. We just won't be able to. And for food, dude recommended 200 pounds per person, so that's 1,000 pounds for 5 people. And that takes us to 780, but if we do that, we won't be able to actually have as much cash to trade. Not that I think we'll be able to trade that much. Good point, my Okai. But still, we want to make a good impression amongst the natives, you see. Maybe 750 pounds of food, and then we'll still have $70 to trade. If we run low, we can buy more on the way. Does that sound reasonable to you guys? Oh, I too like food. I wish I'd eaten some today, but I didn't. But what if I need cash later? Like, I can use ammo to get food. It is a consideration. I like the cut of your jib, my okay. Of course, I probably would have caved to pressure anyway, but you told me what I wanted to hear, damn it. Let's go. There we go. This is delightful. I love it. Okay. So we can talk to people, or rest, or set our pace, or hunt. It's early in the year, so I'm thinking we set our pace at least strenuous. So that we can, like, make some good time before it gets gruelingly hot. Oh yeah, it's definitely more advanced than the classic Oregon Trail. But I only actually won the old Oregon Trail like half a dozen times at best. Better take extra sets of clothing, trade them to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat. Okay, well, glad I got some of those. An Indian guide at the river. Goddamn, even back then they were outsourcing their jobs to India. Yeah, there are definitely more options than there were back in the day. So, this is very cool in that regard. Alright, let's move on. And look, we're moving on. We got our little oxen, and we're dipping about. And we camped a bit. Uh-oh, a river. You know what this means. Oh, there's heavy fog, and we lose a day. Duh. Kansas River crossing. Ain't this all nice and relaxing? Let's see what people say here. Well, you're a stranger who looks like a 1990s version of the Doctor. What? I trust that guy. Making our wagon into a boat. We'll turn it over, caulk the bottom and sides with pitch, and use it to float our goods across. Have to swim the animals. Hope it doesn't rain. The river's high enough. See? That's good to know. They're like, well, we can't do shit because we didn't bring any money with us. But I brought money with me, so that I could take the ferry if I wanted to. I could hunt, but for now... Ooh, I kind of wonder what our status looks like. Everyone's good. We've got a good 70 bucks, which is like $1 trillion in 1800s money. Rations. Oh yeah, we're definitely keeping to filling rations because, you know, we can shoot a buffalo every now and again. Let's move on. Let's take the ferry across. It's $5 and I will have to wait 2 days. That's fine. I got $5. You're damn right. That ferry better be worth it. When things get desperate, that's when I'll start caulking the wagon. Let's see. It's super hot. Our health is good. Rations are good. Pace is a bit. Well, this hot. Let's lower the pace just a bit. Why, hello, Radio Raptor. Good to see you. How goes? Heavy fog. Of course. We're playing Oregon Trail. Not like the original, but one of the, cool-ass remakes. What do you say, Stinky Pete? Don't push your animals too hard, keep them moving, keep them driving. So fast you'll end up with lame-footed animals. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so we got, Big Blue River Crossing. I'm thinking once our wagon weight hits below Midland, that's when I'll start actually doing some hunting. As for now, let's check our status. Everyone's in good health. And we'll move on again. Alright, the river at this point is 246 feet across and 5.4 feet deep in the middle. Like, that doesn't seem like much, but if you've got a whole wagon... How much is a Midland? You know, it's like fair to Midland. If I'm looking at the conditions, I doubt they'll improve, but they might. We'll take a day. It's slightly better. I think we can probably try to ford here. I don't know. 5 feet is like really deep. Zero might not make it. He's kind of short, I assume. What do we get for floating it across? It is a very wide, very shallow river, so I'm guessing that it's not very, like, turbulent. So I'm going to try to caulk it and float it across. Here we go. Yep, there we go. Don't screw me. Don't screw me, game. Don't screw me. You didn't screw me! Woohoo! I never put this much thought into this game when I was a kid. Like, ever. Okay. Everyone's still in good shape. Let's see. Anyone interesting around here? A Fort Soldier. Pshaw. I'm sure everything will be fine. Let's see. Let's up the pace. Rations still exactly where I want them. And we go. Uh-oh. And Sultabot, how'd you get cholera? This could be a problem. Okay. We may need to rest for a bit. Cholera. And Sotobot is a satyr now. Um, let's up the rations to, well, they're already filling, so maybe we should rest a couple of days and then see how things do after that. I mean, you're still choleric. It would help if I knew what cholera actually was. Like, if you're gonna die, then you're gonna die. Oh yes, Radioraptor, it's definitely that. Cholera, cholera. Does anyone know anything about cholera? Like, anything practical? I'm Googling it right now. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. An infection of the intestine by the bacterium, so on and so forth. Ah, yes, causes diarrhea. And prevention involves sanitation and access to clean water, which there's lots of rivers around, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm thinking if we rest a bit, it shouldn't be terrible. Like, maybe just give it another couple of days. How we doing? Still cholera. Okay. I see what you're doing. Well, we don't have all day, so we'll just, kind of take it slow, but we gotta keep going. Alright, how we doing now? Still choleric. Got a bad case of the shits. I see how it is. Yes, I do. If we can make it to this fort, and we took the wrong trail and we lost 3 days. Awesome. Just the best. This ain't good, Woozy. Also, if you see here, our food is kind of starting to dwindle. Let's see if we can get something. There's a buffalo. As long as you can get a buffalo every time, you can pretty much keep your food in good supply. Let's see. We're almost at a fort. If we can just make it to the fort. And Insultobot is exhausted. Oh, and now Insultobot is fine. I see your game. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, you've recovered from the actual shits, but you're still exhausted. So I'm going to Let's see, we've got a light pace, so that's good. Rations, you know what? If you didn't eat so much, you probably wouldn't shit so much. So, not so much food there, piggy. Will we move on? And my oxen burst into flame. Which you love. Fort Kearney. As opposed to Fort Kirk and Killarney. What you got? Trails from... Yeah, we've already heard that. Okay.
The trails from the jumping off place,
there's actual audio.
Independence,
Neat.
St. Joseph, Council Bluffs, come together at Fort Kearney. This new fort was built by the U.S. Army to protect those bound for California and Oregon.
That I did not know. So let's see what we can trade for. What do you want to get by trading? Money, came the reply. Of course. Doesn't look like anyone wanted to trade for money. I'll trade you $20 for 291 bullets. No. Ass. I think not, my good friend. However, I do think that we can rest here for a bit. And we can cure ourselves some exhaustion. Or not. Maybe one more day. There we go. Nice. That's right. Now, we can kick some ass. But we don't want to kick too much ass. So, let's see. Steady pace with meager meals because we don't want anyone getting the shits again. Dance, my puppets, dance. Ah, 10 pounds of food due to spoilage. Well, it happens. We've got decent food, but we could have more. Really? Okay, I guess this is the problem with hunting. We should have bought like 800 pounds of salt. Terrible shame, that. Wow. Time out, time out. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing alright? Oh, there's non-perishable food versus perishable food. See, that I did not realize. So, if we go hunting, I'm assuming that we get, like, perishable food. So, let's take a look here. Yeah, see, we've got perishable food. Okay, that makes sense. Luckily, I've got tons of ammo. So, as long as we use mostly perishable food first, I shouldn't use up most of my non-perishable food. Makes sense, yes? Also, my headphone got stuck in my chair wheels. But that's neither here nor there. Science was done, but not finished. And we, being a caravan of mighty dwarves, have grabbed ourselves much beer this day. Wait, we should probably pick up the pace here. Let's move on. We're not getting any younger. That looks like a neat mountain. Is it New Year's Day already? I am incredulous about the soundtrack to this game. I think we can up our rations. Hot and raining. Good call. And we're still pretty good with perishable food. Let's see, I wonder if we can find anyone to talk to.
I hear terrible stories about wagon parties running out of food before Oregon. The whole party starving to death. We must check our supplies often. We might
Howdy,
not get
Raymir.
there as soon as we think. Always plan for the worst, I say.
So, health is merely fair. It is hot. Let's, do less eating, but also less walking. That should be fine. Especially since we're about to get to a fort. Uh-oh. Food's spoiling. But that's alright. We're at Fort Laramie. No! I didn't want to leave there! I screwed up! Crap! I was gonna trade for some stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, tell you what. How about we do some hunting? We get some newish food. That way, we can eat some newer stuff. Like, we've got more perishable food. But we've got more fresh perishable food, if that makes sense. It's also blisteringly hot, apparently. Good idea, Insultobot. Very good idea. And I wonder if we should do some trading like that. Like, in advance so that we can get some more wheels, axles, and stuff. Or at least sets of clothing. Nobody here's got a spare wagon wheel. Well, fine. We'll just move on. Damn it. wild fruit. There's a joke in there somewhere, but wait. Time out. The weather just got cool. We can start making some more distance. And I will allow us to eat more. Because I am the master of your food. I determine that there's heavy fog and we lose a day. Alright, I see how it is. Let's see. We're all still fair. I know, I'm a benevolent god. Or man that has delusions of godhood because I'm a total dick. Let's see. Everything's still cool. Honestly, this game is... Uh-oh. Typhoid fever? Really? Really? Typhoid fever. Come on. Okay. This is not going to be a problem. We'll get through this, Insultobot, you and I. Hey, the worst that happens is we have to winter at a fort or something. I will leave no man behind. Wait, how far are we from the next fort? A hell of a long way. Let's rest just a little bit. First. Typhoid. Yeah, could be a problem. Let's make a steady pace and full rations. And I'll do a little bit of hunting first. Squirrels. That's about it, huh? Okay, they're getting tricky now. So, let's see. We have a goodly amount of perishable food. But we have a long way to go until the next fort. I don't want to leave anyone behind. I want things to be good. So, tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to pause this for a second.